everyone, welcome back. It's time for another Supernatural Eats. This time around I'm going to do ribs and I'm going to do them in the Instant Pot. It's from the episode season 6, episode 8, All Dogs Go to Heaven, where Sam and Dean are tracking down an alpha werewolf and they find the skinwalker posing as the family dog. And I get Dean eats a plate of ribs in it. So we're going to be making ribs. Now I've looked it up and I found some common themes through the ribs. And one of them is, I should say half of them have the dry rub and half of them don't. So we're going to try a dry rub. We're going to cook them in the Instant Pot for probably around like 30 minutes because they're spare ribs, but they're cut thin. I couldn't find BB back. And then after that, you broil them in the oven for a little bit with the barbecue sauce on top. So first up, a lot of the recipes I found had, you know, all the ingredients to make a dry rub. I am going to do, they were on sale, 2 for whatever at the grocery store. They're the McCormick Grill Mates, but I have the Smoky Bacon Barbecue and the Brown Sugar Bourbon. And I'm going to mix these two together to become my dry rub. And then the barbecue sauce I chose is the Sweet Baby Ray Vidalia Onion. So something about like the smoky bacon, the brown sugar bourbon, and the Vidalia all seem to combine to me to want to be a really good flavor. Fingers crossed. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix these 2 packets to become my dry rub. I do smell that smoky bacon. And quite honestly, the reason that I got 2 different flavors is because there was only 1 packet left of the bacon flavor, and I thought, why not get 2 different ones and see how that goes. Just gonna kind of, you can see there's the 2 different ones, just gonna kind of mix them. I'm really, so far, just smelling like a smoky kind of smell, like that, kind of like, you know, that fake bacon smoke smell. But okay, which will do, because the one recipe I saw said to use the liquid smoke in your Instant Pot, and I didn't feel like buying instant smoke because I just didn't feel like doing that. So let me get the ribs. Okay, so what I bought is boneless pork rib and country style. Like I said, I couldn't find baby back. Baby back are my favorite. I'm not a huge fan of the spare rib, but what the heck? And I can already tell my cat is going to go nuts. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of get the top all nice and coated. I have to apologize. I think one of my neighbors is having some work done. I hear some hammering, so I really hope that doesn't come across on the video. Okay, I have the entire top here nice and coated, and I put it in this bowl, so now I have some left to, I don't know, maybe use on my chicken next week. Okay, nice and airtight. Now, for the ribs, I have my steaming rack. And the key to the Instant Pot is you need the liquid in there to build the pressure. So what I've seen is a cup of water, and then it said 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. It really doesn't look like a lot of liquid. I may put a little more water in there because I really don't want it to burn. All right, that looks a little better. Fingers crossed. Okay, now we're gonna lay the ribs on the rack. Then we're going to wash our hands. Okay, and as you can see, there's the liquid in the bottom and our ribs are sitting on the rack. So now we're going to put the lid on. And then we're going to set it for 30 minutes. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, we're on. Alright, I'll see you back here in 30 minutes because then we're going to transfer the ribs from here after we vent it to the oven for the final step. And just keep in mind when you're doing Instant Pot recipes, always buffer the time a little bit because it's gonna it needs time to come up to pressure and then the allotted cooking time, and then you need to vent it. And I do have a healthy respect of this, and the first few times I used it, and I think I've mentioned this in prior videos, you know, I set the timer for 30 minutes and after 30 minutes I'm like, it's not done yet. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But that's because I didn't allow the coming up to pressure time before the panicking that I've reached my cooking time and it's not done yet and it's going to explode. So yeah, just keep that in mind. 30 minutes. Okay, so the ribs, I vented them. I think we're ready to open now. Ooh. Okay, currently right now I do smell, again, I smell the smoky part of it and maybe a little bit of the maple bourbon. So now I'm going to put them on a lined tray. I've set the oven to broil. Okay, they don't, I thought they would have been a little more fall apart at this point. And maybe because I got the boneless spare ribs, they needed to cook a little bit longer. But I mean, they smell good. They right now, just forking them, they have like a pork chop feel. So now we're gonna put some, like I said, the sweet Vidalia onion barbecue sauce on them. And then we're going to broil them. Now, the one recipe I said 2 minutes until it gets bubbly, but like I said, mine don't feel fall aparty yet, so they definitely look cooked. Slather on that sauce. All right, I'll take this fork. Okay. They're good and slathered, so now I'm going to stick them in on the broil. Like I said, the one recipe I said 2 minutes. Keep an eye on them because you don't want them to burn. And we'll be back here when it's rib o'clock. Okay, I'm going to say I left them in there for maybe 4 to 5 minutes, so a little bit longer than they said. But here's how they look. They look delicious. Now, I'm wondering, like I said, because the recipes varied if it was baby back or the short ribs. So these are more short ribs, which is why I did them the 30 minutes as opposed to just the 25. But I'm wondering if they could have gone for even a little bit longer to make them, you know, more fall aparty. But oh, I cut into that and that came, I mean, they're pretty fall apart. So now it's time for my favorite part of the video where I get to taste test. So ooh, those have really good flavor. I'm getting they do have really good flavor. Like I said, they could be a little bit more fall apart, but for my first attempt, I'm pretty impressed. If I ever actually find baby back ribs, I'll probably give this a try again because it was surprisingly easy to just put the rub, stick them in there, and then broil them for a little bit with barbecue sauce on top. So I believe the next Supernatural Eats has something to do with hot dogs. I can't totally remember, but be sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode of the Food and Drink of Supernatural. And drop a comment below what your favorite food of the show is, if I've actually gone through that part yet, or if it's yet to come, because there's a lot of fun foods yet to come. So, as always, until next time.